Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is, and if y'all hadn't already, please hit that like and subscribe button before I proceed. Y'all know I like to give y'all 5 seconds to do so. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I hope y'all okay. Thank y'all for tuning in to this video. For those of y'all that don't know who I am, it's your boy, Backpack Val. Back at it again with another episode. I don't want to say episode because they're not a TV series, but back at it again with another video as it pertains to any and everything travel related. So, on today's topic board, what do we have here? Things to do while I travel Santo Domingo. Not I, but you. So, I was blessed to have visited Santo Domingo, I'm going to say 5 times now, right? And I've enjoyed it every single time. Every single time I go there, I figure out there's just more and more things to do. And I like that. Being that it is a big city, sometimes it surprises me how much there is to offer. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of what you guys can do while you're out here. Instead of just, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. You travel for your purpose. It doesn't matter. However, I'm just saying, don't limit yourself to only that when you're in another country. And there's a lot of other experiences that you could ingratiate yourself with. Main purpose of this video, you can combine the booty of the DR more so with the beauty of the DR, and you'll have a great trip. However, this video more so focuses on the beauty of Santo Domingo. First things first on the list, we have the Colonial Zone. Now, I want to say this. I hate the Colonial Zone with a passion. Now, the Colonial Zone did absolutely nothing to me. I have no beef with the Colonial Zone whatsoever in that regard. It's just that at a certain point in time, the aesthetic gets tiring to look at. Don't get me wrong, like, for those of you guys who live in New York City, right? Like, what's it to us? Does it look beautiful? Does it look glamorous to us? No. We've been there, seen that so many times. We live there, so it's nothing to us. So that's the same kind of feeling I have when it comes to the Colonial Zone. I mentioned to you this because how could I talk about the Dominican Republic without even mentioning the Colonial Zone? It has to be the first thing I mention. The very first thing. Here's why. So let me talk to y'all. What makes the Colonial Zone so poppin'? Well, just look at it. There's a myriad of things to look at. Whether you're looking left, right, front, back, everything about the Colonial Zone is so eye-popping, so captivating. It's going to make you want to pull out your phone and just take pictures every single street that you're on. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Also, there's a myriad of food places. It's extremely eclectic. Let me say it again. It's extremely eclectic. Whether you have a low budget or a high budget, Zona Colonial will always suit your needs. Right? It also serves as a great place for a first date. Yes, whether it's a stranger, girl, guy that you don't know, or if there's someone special to you, near and dear, you can never go wrong with suggesting the Colonial Zone as a place to stop by and go eat. And with cosmopolitan nighttime feel to it, feel safe walking around the scenic parts and just, you know, talking and walking. However, like I do say in all my videos, if you find yourself in a place or a situation where there's only 2 or 3 people out in the streets, odds are it's time for you to head home. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it first, but it is also extremely historic. It is so historic to the point that it is said to be the first neighborhood. The first neighborhood in all the country. Yes. And it's an obvious given when you look at the architecture and how pristine it remains till this day. Let's just call it what it is. Architects have no plan to redo the Colonial Zone anytime whatsoever. But that's good because its rustic looking aesthetic is what lures people in. So this is my one and only suggestion for now. And that's going to be Paris Bar y Lounge. Paris Bar y Lounge, if it is not it is one of the most talked about nighttime spots to go to in all of Santo Domingo. Located in Santo Domingo Este, I firmly believe lies the best bar and lounge in all of the city, in my personal opinion. Now, it's funny because the locals right? It's colloquially known as the place where, you know, people go and show off amongst each other, right? The high class people show off and all this other stuff. Well, I mean, I went there personally because this is what my friend was telling me when I was trying to get her to come with me, to get her to come with my boys and whatnot. But she was telling me, nah, I don't really do that place because of what I just told you. However, I have an experience of my own, and which is the reason being why I'm bringing out this video in the first place. I mean, look at it. Look at it. You close your eyes and you just feel like you're in Paris despite the humidity. I mean, you can't juxtapose the humidity in France opposed to the humidity in DR. Not in the same stratosphere. However, one of the many things I like about this place, oh my goodness. First things first, shout outs to the owner for walking up to heaven and cherry picking from God Almighty himself what angels he wanted to work in his establishment, because that's what he did. That whole class of females that work in that establishment, wow. You're just thinking, yo, just marry me and ruin my life. I swear to God, they look on that level. As well as the women who do frequent the bar. Well, I'm not going to disrespect it by calling it a bar, but who frequent the lounge as well. The wonderful thing is that aside from their beauty, they actually have something going on behind the scenes, whether it's a business, a highly sought out profession, or whatever have you not. So it's going to take you something other, aside from the fact that you have money or you're from another place, to impress these chicks. If you have game, use it. You may not need it. However, when you see the women that I'm telling y'all that are there, you're going to make sure that you're Steph Curry from 3. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing is that despite its prestige, the way it looks, the people that frequent the place, you're not going to find yourself paying too much money there, all right? I'm out there with my boy Miguel Dill and Big J. Shout out to them. And company. I had 2 bottles, and we had a hookah that we had to recharge 3 times. And we did not spend anything more than, what, $205? That's extremely affordable, y'all. Extremely affordable. To the point that we all chuckled at the bill because we anticipated, being where we were at, that maybe we would have got charged a tourist price, you know, the gringo price for things. Or 2, just it'll be more expensive in general. However, it was cheaper, a lot cheaper than we anticipated. Now, when you're talking about like, what, $205 split amongst 3 people, it's really nothing. I'm pretty sure we could have all paid the bill separately ourselves. So it is definitely pocket friendly when it comes to, you know, being a tourist, wanting to go to Paris Bar and Lounge. First place I recommend y'all going to is Paris Bar and Lounge. If y'all looking for a nightlife, y'all looking forward to having fun, Paris, I highly suggest it. Let's go to the beach, let's go to the beach. Wait, let's go get away. Nah, but on a more serious note, right? How could you be anywhere in the Caribbean and not have the urge to want to go to the water, whether it's to swim in it or at least to see it? The Dominican Republic is home to one of the most beautiful oceans in the whole wide world. I don't care. There's no convincing me out of that. So with that being said, one of the closest beaches that you can attend while you're in the capital region is Boca Chica. Now, this beach ain't the or one of the best beaches in all the country. Not even close to my personal opinion. However, it does set an extremely high bar to what to expect when you go out to other beaches in the country, to the better beaches in this country. Because this beach, by all accounts, is extremely beautiful within itself. Now, I'll admit this. It is one street cleaning job away from being one of the best beaches in the whole entire world. But for now, it is what it is. The water is still crystal blue. The sand is about as white as the inside of my hands. Bruh, how could I tell you to not go to this place if you're in the capital region? So Playa Boca Chica, it doesn't have its days. It has its times of the day, right? So during the daytime, while the sun is still out, it's very family-centric. You're going to see a lot of families out there, people enjoying their time with their kids, couples, tourists, and what have you not. You'll see them occupying the beach around that time. But when it gets to after, I want to say 6:30, the beach does somewhat get adultish, all right? So hide your wife, hide your kids. Now, going to Boca Chica Beach, it's kind of a task itself, meaning because if you don't have a beach resort, if you're not in Boca Chica or anywhere, I want to say a few minutes outside. When I say a few, I'm talking about like 2-3 minutes outside. Then if you're just in a general area in Santo Domingo, it could cost you around 800 to 1,000 pesos to get there. And expect the same going back as well. It's not really cheap, right? But however, I do feel that it is personally worth the money to spend if you wanted to go and visit the beach. I also want to let you guys know that, I don't know how to explain it, but if you want to sit down and eat, I would suggest you bring your own beach chair. If not, then you're going to have to pay for your own chair. If you want to be right by the beach, like when I say the beach, I mean where the water is about to hit your leg, and you want to eat something, it's going to cost not only to eat, but what the concierge dude will do is he'll add on the money that you pay for the food along with what you'll pay for your own table and chair. So whatever you think that you're going to spend, budget just a little bit more before you're heading to Boca Chica, because you might spend what you might feel is unnecessary for small things like going to the bathroom, for things like sitting down and being able to eat, all that and what have you not. So just be prepared. But I strongly recommend you visiting Boca Chica while you're out to Santo Domingo. Next on the list. Now, one of my favorite sites to see when I'm out in Dominican Republic is Parque Tresojos. So Parque Tresojos, how do I explain it? How do I explain it? How do I explain it? All right. It is somewhat of an underground cavern. That's right. I said underground. So meaning that in order to access this place, you have to go underground. Now, I know there's a lot of people with that type of correlating fear. However, if you can't get beyond that, then there's not really much I can tell you other than the fact that you're missing out on a beautiful, beautiful sight. Also, disclaimer alert, it is humid as out there in Parque Tresojos. Humid, humid, humid. It's like you're walking inside the Earth's core. That's because in some certain ways, you are walking inside the Earth's core, but boy, you're going to be sweating out your mind. Out your mind. So please bring water because it's going to help you sweat more, but more so to keep you hydrated because you're going to need that. And bring an extra shirt or two if you have. Because the shirt that I wore, my stupid self, because this is my second time going to Parque Tresojos by the time I'm showing you guys this video, right? It was my second time. Knowing what it was the second time too. But I doubled down and did worse. I wore a 100% cotton shirt. Now, for those of you that ever wore 100% cotton before, when it gets soaked and it cannot dry unless you put it in the laundry. Like, my shirt was juicy as heck. Oh my gosh, that was my biggest regret. Forwarding on to Parque Tresojos. They're not asking for a huge admission price when it comes to entering the place. It's only 100 pesos, right? Which will equal about $2. And it's called Parque Tresojos, in translation, 3 eyes, because guess what? There's 3 lagoons, 3 crystal blue lagoons when you go down there and visit. And if you're really, really, really balling, like super duper balling, with an additional cost of $1 US, you can go see the 4th eye, 4th lagoon. And I think that's the best lagoon. That's definitely a sight to see. I don't see why the extra, like, oh, $1. You might as well just raise the admission price and have it accessible to all. You feel what I'm saying? But the 4th eye does look that much more spectacular than the typical 3 eyes that you are going to see with the admission that you do pay. Everything is just a lot more glossier. There's sunlight, so the pigmentation of everything, the water and the grass and the leaves just look slightly different from those of the other 3 eyes. Now, one thing that I do not like about Parque Tresojos, and it's not a fault to their own, but the camera quality. I can't get good camera footage because of placement. Now, if I wanted to take a picture of one of the lagoons, it's really hard to take an ideal pic because of the positions of angling and whatnot. So it's to the point that if you saw someone take a picture of one of the 3 eyes in Parque Tresojos, you're going to know which eye he took a picture of if you've been there before because of the angling. I think with the drone, you might be able to get different shots, way better shots, what have you not. But it's hard to get quality photo footage because of the angling. And it's dark there too. So you might want to bring a flashlight or an extra camera with you to supplement the lighting if you want to take pictures and videos. Because as you can see, some of the photos and videos I took came out quite grainy. I'm sorry, but I was only trying to take videos to reference for y'all. And that is Parque Tresojos in a nutshell. It's called Parque Tresojos, aka 3-Eye Park, for the 3 aqua blue lagoons contained inside. And the additional 4th, let's put asterisks on that, because if you want to spend that extra bread, which is 50 cents to $1 more, you have access to see the most beautiful lagoon out of all 3. And like I said, it is suggested that you bring at least a liter of water with you. Make it ice cold water, as a matter of fact, and an extra shirt, because you will be sweating your balls off. Let's talk about the next activity. So where are all my shoppers at? For those of y'all that like to find yourself shopping in your free time, as a hobby, in between your work break, when you travel, I suggest you look no further or behind the Agora Mall. The Agora Mall is not only the biggest mall in all Santo Domingo, it's the biggest mall in the country, better yet the Caribbean, might be one of the biggest malls in the world. A New York equivalence to this will be that of the Roosevelt Field, or even more so the Palisades. And I personally think the Agora Mall is a little bit bigger than both of those, offering the same as those 2 malls regarding entertainment and accommodations. It isn't any different. Agora Mall has over 100 retailers, familiar retailers such as the Nikes, the Adidas, Tommy Hilfigers, Zara's, all of those. Yeah, they're there at the Agora Mall as well. And one thing I do like about Agora Mall, there is a floor space, I believe it's upstairs if I could remember, where it is nothing but a food court, all right? Nothing but a food court. So depending on what your budget is, no matter what your budget is, you can find a really good quality meal, whether it's a franchise restaurant or a high-end restaurant, all within that one floor. Doesn't take that much to excite me now. And while I wouldn't compare it to the Sanville Mall in this sense as far as the entertainment, because Sanville Mall has a whole bunch of creative entertainment things from kids to adults where it caters to, you can still find it in the Agora Mall as well. And one thing I do like about the Agora Mall, which is something that you'll find constant with a lot of countries that are in Latin America, is that there is a big supermarket adjacent, well, not even adjacent, but attached to the mall as well. So after you're done shopping, you might have to go grocery shopping as well, so why not head there? Next on the list, we have Plaza Juan Barón. Plaza Juan Barón reminds me of somewhat of an all-year county fair that's going on, all right? With its strategic location, it's hard to just walk by the place and ignore it. Because of the atmosphere, it looks somewhat of an amusement park because of the rides, the prizes that you could win, the amusement park like food. It's all there in that one place outside, next to where everything's happening at in the nighttime, which is all considered, albeit, the Malecon. First things first, reason being is because you're going to run into it regardless. If you're in Santo Domingo, odds are you're going to drive past the Malecon. You're going to drive along the Malecon right next to it. You're going to see it, especially if you're nearby Zona Colonial and Gasco. You're going to see that place. It's undeniable, and your eyes are just going to attract you there like, what is that? Curiosity is going to kick in. So I and my family, we went. Now, I don't really have a desire to get on roller coasters and whatnot. Like, I have my own trepidations about that. However, my thoughts can't stop my family from having fun, right? I just personally don't go on amusement parks. No, I mean, go on roller coasters unless there are in amusement parks, established ones such as Six Flags or what have you not. But anything under the grade of that, you personally will not see me ride. However, that's just me. If you like hopping on roller coasters, if you like whacking moles, if you like, you know, outdoor roller coaster atmosphere, amusement park atmosphere, but that's a little bit smaller than what of an amusement park does have to offer, then San Barón, I said San Barón, Juan Barón is definitely a place that I suggest you all visit. Plaza Juan Barón. So if you're not traveling there with family or a friend, I personally suggest don't go by yourself. You're not capitalizing on the fun that you can have if you're going dolo. Even if anything, I would suggest go with a date. make a date and go to Plaza Juan Bordon, because the atmosphere does speak for itself. So if you don't find yourself speaking really good Spanish, you might not have to, because the activities that are provided in Plaza Juan Bordon will limit your allowance to speak, so to speak. You feel what I'm saying? So this is for my guys who don't really know Spanish but want to date chicks and actually do things with them while out in Santo Domingo. You're gonna thank me later. But still, I always suggest learn the language before you get there and while you're in the country as well. And that wraps up today's list of activities you can do while in Santo Domingo. There will be a volume 2, but that's TBA, in indefinite time. This is your boy, Backpack Val, and I thank every single one of y'all for taking that time out and watching this video. If you like this video, found it informative, can you please hit a like button? And if you hadn't done so earlier, hit that subscribe button as well, so that you're kept notified with all my future upcoming content. This is your boy, Backpack Val, and I'm out. Oh damn, I'm rude as hell. How's I about to leave without asking for y'all input? Tell me. I deserve to lose subscribers for that. Shit. Hopefully I don't though. I say that to say this. If there was anything that I forgot to mention, could you please leave in the comments below? Did I forget a site? Did I forget a famous restaurant? Did I forget a beach that was nearby Santo Domingo but I just didn't think about? Please, let me know what you like to do when you head to Santo Domingo, if I may ask. And let's not only limit it to Santo Domingo. Let's talk about the Dominican Republic now. What are your favorite places when you enter the Dominican Republic? Give me the attraction and the city where it's from, because I'm definitely going to look it up and I might make it in my next video and shout you out. Thank you again for tuning into your boy, Backpack Val. And I hope to see you next time tuning into my next video. Peace.